Ever feel like there's an invisible force field around your heart? One minute you're getting close to someone, everything feels great, and the next, bam, the wall is up. You're suddenly on the outside looking in, feeling safe, sure, but also crushingly lonely. If you've ever felt like you build these walls without even trying, you're not just being dramatic. This video is going to break down why that wall is there, how you built it brick by brick, and what it actually takes to start tearing it down. The blueprint for the wall. That wall you feel didn't just spring up overnight. It's a defense mechanism, a fortress you started building a long, long time ago. The original blueprint comes from something psychologists call attachment theory. Thanks to a guy named John Bowlby, we know our first relationships with caregivers create an internal working model. Basically, an unconscious rulebook for how love is supposed to feel for the rest of our lives. If you grew up feeling safe and supported, you learned that getting close to people is awesome. It's a source of comfort. But if your early care was chaotic, neglectful, or just plain weird and intrusive, your brain learned a very different lesson. Intimacy is dangerous. So, you started building. The problem? The very wall that once protected you is now the thing keeping you in solitary confinement. The first brick, the fear of being swallowed whole. The first brick in this glorious wall of ours is the fear of being completely consumed by a relationship. This is the signature wound of the avoidant attachment style. For anyone with this brick in their wall, intimacy feels less like a warm hug and more like being smothered. It's a threat to your independence, your sense of self, and your sanity. This usually comes from a childhood where your personal space wasn't a thing, or where a parent was just always there. As an adult, this means you have a fierce, desperate need for space. The second a partner gets a little too close or has a big emotional need, that wall shoots right up. You get an almost uncontrollable urge to pull back, shut down, or just end it, all to keep from feeling trapped. The second brick, the fear of being left. And then we have the second brick, which is the total opposite, but just as brutal. The fear of abandonment. This is the engine that drives an anxious attachment style. It's that deep, nagging certainty that no matter what you do, everyone you love is going to leave you. This little gem is often forged in a childhood where love and attention were totally unpredictable. As an adult, this turns you into a relationship detective, constantly scanning for clues that you're about to be rejected. You might need endless reassurance, feel sick with anxiety when your partner just wants a night to themselves, and see any little mood shift as proof that the end is nigh. The tragic irony here is that this desperate need for closeness can feel so intense to a partner that it actually pushes them away, making your worst fear come true. The crumbling brick, the come here, go away. This third brick is the most mind-bending of all. The push-pull chaos of the fearful avoidant or disorganized attachment style. This is when you want intimacy so badly it hurts. But the second you get it, you're terrified. One minute you're pulling someone in, and the next you're shoving them away like they're on fire. This pattern is often tied to a truly difficult childhood, where your caregiver was both your safe place and the person you were scared of. As an adult, your inner world is a battlefield. You find yourself destroying relationships right when they start feeling secure, because your brain has learned that the hand that feeds you might also be the one that hits you. It's an exhausting, painful cycle for both you and your partner. Okay, so understanding your wall is step one. But how do you actually start the demolition process? Spoiler: it's not about taking a sledgehammer to it. It's about carefully, patiently, removing one brick at a time. First, you have to name your bricks. Get honest. What terrifies you more? Being trapped or being abandoned? Or are you stuck in that chaotic push and pull? Just knowing is half the battle. That's where your power comes from. Second, relabel what you're feeling. That wave of panic when someone gets too close? That's not a red flag about them. It's an echo from your past. It's your brain's ancient alarm system, the amygdala, freaking out based on an old, outdated blueprint. Call it what it is: a defense mechanism that has overstayed its welcome. Finally, you have to practice being vulnerable in a way that feels safe. Start tiny. Share one small feeling or a minor insecurity with someone who has earned a little of your trust. The goal is to give your nervous system new data, to prove to your brain that it's possible to be close and safe at the same time. Each small risk you take helps loosen another brick. That invisible wall was built for a damn good reason. It kept you safe when you were at your most vulnerable. But you're not there anymore. The structure that protected your past is now preventing you from having the future you want and deserve. By understanding your blueprint, you can start the work of taking that wall down, brick by painful brick. Remember, your attachment style isn't a life sentence. It can change. The real, fulfilling connection you're longing for is waiting for you on the other side. So, let me know in the comments. What's one brick you recognized in yourself today? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear.